What's up guys, back with another Konosuba video. In today's video, we're going to be showing you how to complete the intermediate stage free to play. So um, I went ahead and recorded my runs. It took me quite a bit just because I really had to figure out what how much damage they were doing at what time, when to heal, all that kind of stuff. And I noticed that they really like to attack whoever's in first. So in this case, where I hit play, Bell is in first slot. So if I just went in with this team, Bell would get hit the most. Darkness taunts sometimes work, and I know at the beginning stages, I used Rin, and Rin would get hit a lot. But once you progress farther, the person in the first slot always seems to get hit, which is really screwing me over. Luckily, I got really good RNG on this one. I know you can reset it. I actually haven't that one to myself because I'm trying to save all my, as you can see, I have 2 out of 3 actual attempts, and I've been saving that for the hardest one, which I'm gonna, attempt after recording this, funny enough. So I don't know what the criteria for resetting it is. So if it's anything crazy like quartz, don't do it. Just try to get lucky. But I didn't reset a single time for the passives you get after you clear a stage. And I'll just hop into it now. So pretty much I am using a couple 4-star equipments for reduce earth damage and wind damage, but nothing on there is too crazy. I think if I went any weaker than what I did here, I wouldn't be able to beat it. So first stage, I'm gonna go ahead and use Mitsurugi. These are all free to play, by the way. These 3 stars are either from events, or they're 2 stars or 1 stars. So here I went ahead and I'm gonna use Mitsurugi, Darkness, and Rin. Darkness is just kind of there to 1, heal because she has a heal, and 2, kind of taunt enemies off of Mitsurugi because Mitsurugi is gonna get hit a lot. Mitsurugi also can heal with his ult, and he's kind of our damage dealer along with Bell. And then Rin is just here because she does decent damage, but she's not really tanky because she's a 1-star. So I kind of just want to throw her in here to where if she takes damage, it's fine because I'm not using her after this stage. As you can see, I go ahead and go crazy. I made a couple misplays every now and then. I was just frantic to get my attacks out so I wouldn't, die. As you see, Mitsurugi is taking quite a bit of damage, unfortunately. That thing living actually was so sad. And then here, decoy up, not like it matters because Mitsurugi's gonna go crazy. Alright. As you can see, I'm waiting for the darkness here because I can't bring Mitsurugi into the next stage because they actually hit pretty hard. That was crazy. I was so confused. I was like, wait, did darkness attack twice? Anyway, first stage beaten. Wish Rin took a little bit more damage instead of Mitsurugi here, but it's fine. Next up is the Minotaurs. Minotaurs actually hit pretty hard, and most of the time it only get 1 attack off, so you want to make sure you're going in with a healer that has their healing up. For the upgrades, let me pause it real quickly. Effective next stage is good and all, but normally on the first couple stages that are kind of easy, you want to pick something that gives you the buff forever. And then when you get to the harder stages, which I would say are the Dragon, which is the 4th, and then the Minotaur, which is the 5th fight, those ones you probably would want to grab this stage only ones if you really need to, or if you need more HP for healing. I went ahead and grabbed that because the max HP, I think, low-key is kind of the most worthless one, especially for this team, because the only time you're going to be max healing is with what's her face, Cecilia's ult, because the only healing that heals you fully on the team. Aqua gets kind of close because of how many heals she has, but increasing match HP isn't really going to help us tank that much more. These enemies do a lot of damage, so it's pretty much just healing the damage back after I get hit. So I'd rather just, take less damage. Plus Mitsurugi was kind of low, but it's the only exception to it. If there was a damage boost or a defense boost for the whole time, I probably would have took that instead. Note, I put Bell in front, and you see he gets attacked twice, so I'm able to use Mitsurugi's ult, and I have the second one, so it heals a bit. Aqua also heals. This is the 2-star one, so everyone should have her. Very nice that she has 2 heals. One of them is the single target that heals more, and the other one is the attack AoE. Here we heal Bell a bit, and Bell kind of just does his thing and does damage. Once you eliminate the first one, this fight's not too hard. It's just the fact that both of them attacking at once kind of sucks. Here we get some pretty decent, you know, damage off and heal, which is really nice. This Minotaur though going crazy. I actually was so happy it hit Aqua there because Bell being on like that low HP is always scary. Because if you go into the fight and you can only get like one person to attack off and it's not a heal or you don't have a heal available and they get hit, it's just like a GG. You can have, I believe, 1 or 2 deaths in this, by the way. I know when I first cleared this, I kind of just hit auto with my win team, and Darkness, the Damachi one, died at some point. So here I'm going to boost my super gauge. That way I'll have ult for the next phase, which is the wolf and that squirrel thing. Annoying part about this one is the squirrel does lower physical attack, so if you're having trouble using this team or have bad RNG, go ahead and bring the Aru and Yunyun. I don't think I used Aru, Yunyun, or Megumi at all, or Iris or Cecily for that matter, just because I didn't need to, but they're definitely there if you need to or you're not confident enough. Do note that I have pretty high affinity on these characters, so their first ults and their stats are a bit higher, but I still think you can do it. Also, at some point, my computer, I think, tried to download or update a Steam game or something like that, and it really did not like BlueStacks, which was I used to play Konosuba on my PC. So, at some point this crashes. I think it was the next one. You'll see like my BlueStacks home screen, I launch back into the game. I do cut there. I promise nothing happened. All I did was load back into it. I believe I started recording as I was loading back into it, which is very unfortunate because, oh, I was so upset because I was like, "Ah, man, this is the run." As you can see here, Bell is hard carrying. I recommend if you are trying to clear this before maxing Bell to max Bell out. Mine, I think, has affinity 7 or 9, so it's not anything too crazy, and he has like 3 or 2 of the shrine awakened. I didn't use the cat ear release, I know that much because I don't have a ton of those left, but I do have a ton of orbs, so I just went through it as much as I could until the cat ear release started showing up, and I stopped that. So for this one, I kind of wanted to refresh, but I just wanted to see if I could get away with not refreshing at all. As you can tell, I was pretty cocky at this point because of how well the run was going. I believe this is where it crashes, unfortunately. I'm actually going to go ahead and just boot on ahead. I just kept the same team because Aqua heals so much. And there was a crash. And I put it back up. And where is it? Yeah, I put myself back there, started recording again. Thankfully, it saves. So I was going to lose all progress. If you really want to reset, you can do that, but you have to load into the entire game, then go back into the dungeon. But it is an option. So here, I just healed. Thankfully, I healed because Aqua probably would have died there. Most of the time, they won't attack the 3rd slot, but every now and again, or AoEs will hit the 3rd slot. So keep that in mind. Of course, Darkness is tanking like a champion. Actually crazy how Darkness is mad useful for these, just so she can soak up a bunch of hits, so you're not just losing characters like here and there. Yeah, I tried to heal fast enough. Unfortunately, it didn't quite work. Also, Sacred Create Water is so nice for healing. And then Heroic Fist, bop. Look, that's some pretty good damage. So here I was mad worried because I was just healing constantly, hoping that she wouldn't die, because as you can see, that almost one-shot me completely. Luckily, the ult gauge I got earlier affects everybody, so I was able to get her ult off and be just fine. But being in that first slot and not being that tanky is a death sentence. Also, this guy is mad tanky for no reason. I mean, it probably doesn't help that's only Bell attacking. Alright, so he's defeated. Unfortunately, Celio, I'm not going to use her after this point because any attack will kill her and she has an ult. So next stage, I'm pretty sure what I did was I just used Mitsurugi, Aqua, and Bell. Which, like I said, Mitsurugi and Bell are just the champion. I believe I did the reduced damage one. Yeah. So I didn't take as much damage. so that way I would be able to heal his attacks. Same with his ult. I believe he also buffs his attacks at some point, so he kind of hits really hard. As you can tell at this point, I've only lost Darkness, which is fine for not having her. I believe the last team I did was, yeah, this one right here. They never come out, funny enough, the rear characters. So yeah, I'm pretty happy with this run. I don't think it'd be too difficult because not everybody, I believe, Bell, Mitsurugi, Darkness, I believe those are, no, I think in Aqua are the 4 with 4-star equips. They have resistance to earth and I think wind, if I'm not mistaken. And sacred water, love to see it. Mitsurugi actually, you know, mad props to this 3-star. He's actually mad good. The heroic strike, always critting. Look at that, big damage. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Everything goes pretty smoothly here with 3 heals from Aqua and 1 from Mitsurugi. Bell's just kind of, you know, doing his thing. Let me know if you guys are able to beat it with this team, or, you know, obviously if you have better characters, go ahead and use them. I just wanted to make it like mostly free to play. I'll go back to the team really quickly. I say most free to play, but all the characters are, you know, you can obtain them no matter what. Mitsurugi is an event. Darkness is an event. This is a 2-star. I'm assuming most people within like a couple multis will have all 2 stars. They're not terribly hard to get, especially with the free multis. Let me know in the future if you want me to include 3 stars, because like I said before, you can get unlucky with 3 stars. So I didn't really want to include them if I didn't have to. Unfortunately, the next engine, I haven't actually beaten it. I've had pretty bad RNG going through it. So that one will be whale heavy. I'll be using my best characters plus equipment when I do beat it. But I wanted to have this guide ready for everybody. If you have 4 stars, you can mix and match them. But this is showing that you can beat this free to play. Anyway, I'm going to stop rambling. Don't forget to like and subscribe for more Konosuba content. Let me know down below if it was hard, you had a good time, you cleared it out, first try, hit auto, it was done, all that good stuff, and I'll catch y'all in the next video.